Hey everyone, for today's video we're going to be in Stockton-on-Tees at the George Pub, taking on a famous food in the area. So this is in the Newcastle area, and they have a very special food which you can only get here. In fact, believe it or not, this is apparently Randy Sentel's favorite food. So what is this? This is what they call a parmo. It's not a chicken parmesan, which is what I think when I hear of like a parmo. A parmigiana. No, it is a parmo. So similar to a chicken parmesan in the way that it is a deep fried kind of breaded chicken. However, that being said, it is a very different sauce. There's no tomato sauce on it, yet there is still lots of cheese, but they use a really thick kind of white, almost country gravy, almost bechamel, almost Alfredo style sauce. So essentially imagine this, all right? You know, you get a lot of pastas with like a white, so you'd be like, oh, I want a pasta with Alfredo, or I want the pasta with tomato sauce. That's kind of what this is in my opinion. So this is a chicken parmigiana, which is like, the chicken with the tomato sauce and then the cheese, but they replaced it with an Alfredo or a bechamel or like a white sauce, almost like a country gravy. You know what I'm saying? Basically a butter, aka fat, and flour mixture, more or less. I'm sure there's a little bit more to it, but that's essentially what that is. So for the actual challenge, we have what I believe is 4 of their large parmos, which is of course covered in that parmo sauce, doused in cheese, served with a large order of chips, also what they call a salad, which is I think just lettuce, tomatoes, and onions if I'm not mistaken. So it's like a full parmo meal times like 4 basically. Difficulties, guys, we're only gonna have 10 minutes. Yes, we only have about 10 minutes, which is nuts, absolutely nuts. Originally I thought there was like 14 minutes is the time way to be, but it's actually 10 because you have to beat the record in order to get the 100-pound prize. So ultimately we're going to go see if we can do this. It's going to be not only a lot of food, but the first time we ever had a parmo. And again, apparently this is only available in the Newcastle area. So I'm super excited to try a specialty, unique food. And that's about that. So if there's any more details, I'll get it to you. And with that, let's go eat. All right, everyone, so here we are with the Parmo challenge. So the record is actually 10:46. 10:46. I thought it was about 14 minutes, so I was incorrect. So again, we have the bechamel, we have all this cheese on here, which I need to get started on. We have the lettuce, we have the chips, or French fries, as you may know. I definitely have some ketchup. I do have some different sauces, including a garlic sauce, which is traditionally used in the parmos. So yeah, it's pretty much about that. I need to get started while it's still hot. We'll get rock and roll, and hopefully we can beat that record. We'll start here momentarily. I'll probably get started with maybe some of these healthy veggies, move into the parmo, and we'll go from there. So, how about we get started? We'll say at the count of, I do have a timer. Thanks, my good friend, Kyle V Food. He actually has the record for this challenge, so thank you, my friend.
No problem.
And let's get rocking. He had sweet potato fries, though. Unfortunately, I didn't get them today, so I'm a little jealous about that. We'll say the count of 5, 4. Let's go.
Go on, Joel. Yeah, let's go, Joel. So we have Joel doing the Parmo challenge beside us. I don't know if you guys heard that, but he is going full out here today. He's demolished that sauce in seconds there. It's like watching an animal zoo.
All right, hot chicken parmo. Give us a shot. Hey everyone, welcome to Zooters. Today we're here taking on a very unique challenge. So not only our first Parmo challenge, but the first time I ever really heard or really has seen this style of Parmo. Because as I kind of alluded to, when I hear a Parmo, I think of a chicken parmigiana, very popular in Italian cuisine, for example. So when I heard the term Parmo, I assumed that's what it was like. However, of course, we have this kind of Newcastle kind of English variation here, which I thought was, super unique, and I was definitely excited to give it a try. Something I really enjoy when I come to new places.
Go on, lads, keep going.
Yeah.
Last few chips there, Scott.
That's Craig, the owner, great guy. Treated us really well, very accommodating. Welcomed us with open arms here, and yeah, we just really appreciate all the hospitality we've had here at Stockton-on-Tees so far. So, kudos to everyone here. Thank you.
I agree. So pretty straightforward. Like we said, we had 10 minutes and 46 seconds or whatever it was. So let's say 10 minutes and 40 seconds, as we had to actually beat the record in order to get the meal for free. I think it was about a 30 pound or 40 pound meal, and then get the $100 pound cash prize. For completion, we were also going to get a sweet t-shirt, which of course, nothing wrong with a souvenir.
So loads of cheese. The bechamel sauce is very much like country gravy in the southern United States. We're getting through it, so we'll keep that up. Definitely gonna need to keep that speed up.
2 minute 45 for Joel.
My friend Scott was doing a challenge beside me, a different challenge, so you might hear reference to that throughout the video. But when it came to the actual food, so of course I started with the salad. I kind of explained that I was going to go to the parmos, then the chips or fries, whatever pronunciation choice you use. So of course the salad was the salad. It had the option to have a dressing on it. I chose it without the dressing, just my personal preference. In all reality, I wanted to save on calories. When it came to these parmos, it was very, very, very interesting.
Loads of good luck messages on here, lads. 600 people watching this live.
Welcome.
Facebook Live? How you guys doing?
I did like it, but it's definitely very, very rich. I mean, it's a fried chicken with an incredibly rich fatty sauce on it, then some cheese on top. So I found the addition of like ketchup or something acidic was really, really beneficial.
I think maybe I can lay off like one notch. Ketchup. The parma's very good. I'm glad I'm getting to do a parmo because it's very signature to this area, so definitely cool. Glad I got to try it. They also have a garlic sauce. I dip a little bit of that in the well just to try it. It's good. Garlic.
And I think some hot sauce also really would have been good on it. Like I said, it was really delicious. It was just so rich and heavy and savory. And again, like, I mean, if you're having one of these, it'd be one thing. Would have 4 of these in one sitting was a lot. And like I said, I would honestly really compare it to like kind of like a chicken fried steak or something just like covered in country gravy. Just super rich food.
Joel is absolutely demolishing that one there.
Let me know if you've ever had a parmo down below, at least in this style. Like I said, the most comparable thing I'd say is like a chicken parmigiana, but with a really rich white bechamel sauce instead of a tomato or tomato sauce. Yeah, so let me know if you ever had one down below or if you think you would like it like this. But that, everyone, that's pretty much the majority of the info. Like I said, we only had about 10 minutes 40 seconds in order to beat that record, get that cash prize. So ultimately, let's tune on in. Let's see what we can do, as definitely this was a sizable and very large challenge.
520, guys. Real good. Parma, a little bit of ketchup. Woo! Good combo. Lots of chips. Let's try it in the hot sauce. And that was a nice addition as well. Remember, under the French fries, guys, here.
Come on, Scott!
Ketchup.
Come on, Scott!
How you doing, Scott?
Doing good, man. How about you?
Doing well.
All right.
He's doing this. What's that, 2 mouthfuls left there, Scott?
Something like that. Maybe 3 for me, but yeah.
Joel, that's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thank you. All right, coming on 7 minutes, everybody.
The last chip.
I got the hiccups, that's for sure.
She's milking it now.
Last chip.
Oh, I can't. I don't know if I can do it.
Get that record set.
Last
Stuck
chip.
with the range chin, but it's a good chin.
Awesome.
All right, we got the final chip. Mine as well.
Well done, man.
All right, there we go.
14:40.
Drop stop.
14:40.
14 minutes 40, new record set. That's the new Trio Burger Challenge at the George Pub and Grill here at Stockton-on-Tees. Get yourself booked in, see if you can beat Scott each time and take away the cash. Awesome.
Yeah, 100 pounds, so there you go.
Well done, Scott.
right,
Absolutely
thank you.
nailed it, mate. Nailed it.
All right, thank you.
Come on then, Joel.
With that, guys, thanks for joining. You know what to do. See you on the next one.
Absolutely classic. Joel, nailed it over there. Nailed it.
Everybody, we're just 9 minutes in, doing real well. No complaints. Karma was good. I wish I would have enjoyed it just a tiny bit more. Excuse me, come to the chef.
Of course.
That being said, we're just a bite away. Excuse me, forgetting the new record. And the old record was 10:46.
10:46.
So we'll probably enjoy a little bit of this salad here.
Enjoy those onions.
You dropped something.
And I will try this. They told me I need to try mint yogurt dressing. Apparently it's like tzatziki sauce. No, the mint is different. It is pretty good though. It's very refreshing. I've had similar on like a cucumber salad before. Being like, it's mint and yogurt in the best way possible. So anyway, got every little bite here hopefully. Make sure I get this.
I would give it about 7.
Make sure I chew this bite really, really good.
Get that Parmo
Hello,
spot.
All right, so 10:15 is the new record.
10:15.
which is very, very enjoyable, guys. I definitely enjoyed it. No complaints. I mean, everything from the fries, the salad. I mean, I love my vegetables. You got to eat those first. Always eat your veggies, kids. The Parmo was really cool. Like I said, never had something like that before. I'd say the most comparable thing is it. Like, imagine having the chicken from a chicken parmesan, so a breaded deep fried chicken breast, and then putting basically like a country gravy on it, but a very like no pep, like but like a very basic kind of country gravy, like a bechamel sauce, basically, exactly as it sounds, smothered in cheese. There's so much sauce, so much cheese on that. But that, everybody, hope you enjoyed today's video. For that, we did get 100 pounds, which is pretty cool. And yeah, huge thanks over here to George. Staff have been awesome. Everybody came out to watch. Thank you guys. I feel like I still have bechamel sauce in my nose, so I'm gonna try to get that out. But that was awesome, guys. So no complaints. And yeah, really cool spot, guys. They're again super friendly. The food is good. I don't know who, I already said that like 5 times. So that's about that. So of course, everybody, until next time, stay happy, healthy, hungry, happy eating. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you've ever had a Parmo down below. I don't know, guys. Parmo, thing of the teas, like this area, and a parmigiana, thing of many places on earth. So real cool. Glad I got to try it. A very United Kingdom item. Until next time, have a lovely day. We're driving through. I don't even know what this is. That is cool. That is something you don't see in North America. Like, I don't know. And obviously, again, they have this super cool looking older architecture. But man, some of the like little cool sights and things you get to see over here, they're just so different from, you know, what we're used to. Crazy. Yeah, man. All right, everybody, and here we're outside Alnwick Castle, which is pretty cool. The crazy thing is we were just driving down the road and saw the sign that's like, hey, castle. And so we pulled off to see this big castle from the, I believe it's at 11th century, which is absolutely crazy to think this thing's been standing for so long. I mean, it's absolutely massive. There's some surrounding buildings, similarly like museums. There's an old church somewhere. But look how big these stones are. And then just again, like try to fathom building this, which is such a big building. I don't essentially know if we're gonna go inside, but maybe we'll go find out here momentarily. We'll go see what it's all about. But pretty cool that you can just be literally driving down the road and coincidentally find a castle. Like, just nuts. Like, you just don't do that in North America. There's no castles in North America, so super unique. And Alnwick Castle. All right, so we checked it out, and unfortunately, although Alnwick Castle looks really cool, we really just don't have time. But that being said, we kind of were like, where can we see a little bit of, you know, what would be the staterooms, kind of the main parts of the castle, and they kind of sent us over here to this bridge, which is pretty cool. It's a very nice looking bridge. It looks very kind of medieval in itself, but up there we have the kind of the staterooms and the kind of actual castle part of it. There you go. Crank that up so you guys hopefully see it. It is definitely huge, and again, it is really actually just interesting to think like that many of these, you know, towns or cities or whatever you will call them, you know, they had castles. This was just a thing, you know, whereas in North America, we think of castles and we're like, I think like consider them being so monumentous and so like special. And while they definitely are, especially when you consider the history, it is crazy to imagine that, you know, again, like this is just, we're driving down the road and, you know, we drove by 2 or 3 signs that are like castles, and then we finally decided to pull off to one. Like the fact that, you know, just the history of war and bloodshed, just, you know, this place was taking over that place and this place was taking over that place again and again and again, back and forth. So much so they built these big royal castles and homes, you know, not only to protect the people, you know, protect the royalty, but as, you know, a place of battle and siege. So pretty crazy. There's some paths you can kind of walk down there if you want in a cow field. But yeah, guys, so good stuff. Castle Alnwick? Alnwick. All right, everyone, so we made it into Newcastle. We are downtown Newcastle right now. Right here we have the big cathedral, which is pretty dang impressive and obviously huge, as all of them are here. I guess we can walk now. So, and then we also have the castle, which is literally right down the street. But yeah, cool, another cool looking city. I mean, definitely not quite as gothic as like Edinburgh, but you know, very like, okay, I use the term ancient, kind of medieval looking, but you know, I appreciate. Plus, just to mention, I mean, all the buildings just look like, well, most of the buildings anyway, look old and like English. Awesome. And here we have the cathedral again. Very, very cool looking. I mean, just old. And the architecture. Beautiful pieces, decorative bits. Same, you know, gorgeous and very intricate stained glass. This is super interesting. I'm not actually even sure exactly. Here, I'll come over this side. I'm not actually sure what this exactly is, but it looks like it's a sealant
maybe to cover the holy water. I'm not really sure, but they definitely also have a rope for it, so that's super cool. And then over here we have up front, kind of, you know, more of the altars. Beautiful pieces comparatively to some of the other cathedrals we saw, especially in Scotland. This is a bit smaller. That being said, it is incredibly impressive. History dating back to the like 1600s. Of course, you know, a lot of what we saw in the last couple days recently was history from a Scottish perspective. Or wow, like look at the marble fixtures. Like look how decorative and delicate that is. Whereas, you know, now being in London, this is everything from like an English perspective. But yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Look at the artwork in there. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Furthering on, guys, like look at this. I mean, these are all, there's no way that isn't hand painted. You know, and again, I guess this would be another, you know, altar of such. And look at this. This might be one of the craziest, biggest, some of the most impressive stained glass we've seen so far. Just absolutely intricate. All right, guys, and we are walking up the stairs to the keep of the Newcastle Castle, which is pretty cool. I mean, we got definitely a bit of a view. It is quite elevated. I mean, there's huge doors of such. I mean, this is just phenomenal. This thing dates back to, I believe it said the 1100s, 11 something something. This particular section was built by, I think it was again one of the King Henrys. Just crazy again to think that something like this could be around for 800, 900 years and not only still be standing, at least in some capacity, although of course, you know, you can tell like the wear on the rocks, you know, the smoothness of them from the acid rain and etc. But just the fact that this is what they did, like 800 years ago, they're like, I'm gonna build a castle. And they built these castles, you know, whether they needed to for war purposes, for purposes of just designation. It's so hard to wrap your head around, like crazy. And just down the hill, literally, you can't see because the bridge, but the castle's right there. Here we have the Thames Bridge. This is another well-known site here. They do light it up at night. Obviously, we're not here at night, but they do light this up. And it's really cool because you have this like further walking bridge over there. Looks real nice. We have this big bridge, which is actually, I think, maybe a drawbridge or something. It's quite a big port bridge. And then we have two further rail bridges, one there and one way over there. So lots of, I guess, traffic, I would say, going across this river, the Thames River, from my understanding. Thames, I think it's Thames, but my pronunciation could be off. But anyway, just another cool site of Newcastle by the water. And I mean, further much, look at these buildings. That's it, everybody. I just keep looking at all the buildings. Hey, guess what? You rock. Yes, you rock. Thank you so much for watching the video. I totally appreciate it. I hope you left me a comment down below. I'd love to read them. I hope you also liked that video. Hey, by the way, click my face. You can subscribe. Yes, subscribe. That way you always get my uploads. You won't miss me when I'm in your town. And I also picked 2 videos for you. Yes, 2 videos I know you'll love right here. So watch one of those, hit my face. And at that, thank you so much. You rock.